Aren't we all just here for the music, Lisa? Aren't we all just here for the music? Wasn't it ABBA that said thank you for the music? I think it was ABBA anyway. Now, please do note that there is roughly a 12-second delay on tonight's show. I don't know why. Sometimes it does this, sometimes it does 3 to 4 seconds. But anyway, with that in mind, good evening, one and all. Hello there. Welcome. Und good day to this unexpected little Lego build stream, actually. I was not expecting to be doing this whatsoever. But this is set number 71431, Bowser's Muscle Car from the Lego Super Mario theme. Good evening, Jesse, and good evening, Lisa, over in the horizontal chat there. Now, how I have come about this little Lego set here. Well, it's the same way that I come about all of my discounted Lego sets. I was in Asda today. And up the back of the shop, they had a whole bunch of things on sale, as they often do. And this was down from £24.99, and it's roughly around $30 US retail, to £6.38, which is roughly $8 retail. It was 75% off. So we figured, hey, let's go for it. Let's grab it. Let's build it on stream, because at that sort of price, I mean, $8, brand new and sealed from a supermarket, you're gonna be happy with that, I would think. I was happy with it. £6.38. They had a space on the shelf for some Marvel sets as well, which were down, and this, no word of a lie, they were down from £40 to £2.38. Someone had just loaded them all into their trolley and buggered off. They'll be on eBay soon. 95% discount. You damn right they got cleared out. They had a Lego Creator 3-in-1 pink typewriter sort of thing. That was down to £12.50. And they had some yellow Creator build boxes, which come, just with your parts, so you can use your imagination and all that, for £7.50 as well. But the one that I grabbed was this 71431 Bowser's Muscle Car, which we got for £6.38. Like I say, it was a 75% off. So, if you think that's good value, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And let's jump in and see what I got for my £6.38, shall we? And also, we have a Super Chat goal in the horizontal stream tonight. And that's of 5 Super Chats of any denomination. And if we hit that, if we do hit that, then I pledge to you, I don't know if any of you have seen this, but there's a video that was taken back around Christmas time, and it's on the channel. And our Natalie was there as well, and her kids, Jacob and Sam, they were there. And we were in Reading, where Natalie lives, at their Winter Wonderland. and I happened upon a ride called a Starflyer. And now there's videos of me on this ride on the channel. And it was the scariest thing I'd ever been on in my life. I screamed. I borderline cried. I was terrified of that damn Starflyer. Now, we have confirmed there is one local to us. I said I would never ride one of those again, but I pledge to you tonight, if we hit our Super Chat goal in the horizontal stream, next week I will go and ride that Starflyer on camera to try and face that fear. I don't know if the outcome will be any different. I'm not going to lie. But there's the gauntlet. Laid it down. You want to see me cry like a little baby on camera? BR Bricks is in the vertical chat right now. But good evening. How are you doing? The chat's over in the other one, in the horizontal. But it's up to you which one you want to be in. I will look up there periodically to the vertical if you want to stay up there. But if you're watching on either, then, as I say, please do at least hit the like button. Let's go to the chat for a minute. Good evening, Dreadeye. Good evening, Emma Watts. Good evening, Jesse. Lisa. Lisa says, I pulled my SD card out, but you won't edit till tomorrow. You have one video you want to edit. It's the poppies filmed in 4D, including all of the installation. That's pretty awesome. I saw your poppies videos earlier on. They looked pretty good. BR Bricks has now moved over to the horizontal. And what we're going to do is we're going to crack this open and see what we get for our £6.38. Once again, remember, this was 75% off. It usually retails at around £24.99, around $30. So I found it. And at that price, $8 US. How could I possibly say no? I mean, look. There's plenty in here for that sort of price. I'm not going to lie. I'm already impressed. And we got a book. We're going to chuck that down there. And yes, how are we all? What have we been up to? Bank holiday weekend here in the United Kingdom is over now. So I guess it's all back to normal and all go for everybody. You're not bad at all, Emma. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. I'm not sure there'll be any actual minifigures in this, but you know what? Like I say, for what I've paid for this, I honestly think I'm not going to moan. They had, I wish we could have got our hands on some of those Marvel sets. They were down to £2.32. £2.32! But they've been cleared out. As Lisa and me suggested earlier, they will likely be found on eBay in the coming days and weeks. But in the meantime, we have... Oh, look at this piece. That's an odd piece. Don't think I've ever had any sets. Quick, get what on camera? What am I getting on camera? I'm on camera. But yes, for the Super Jack goal tonight, it's Starflyer, baby. Remember, these are... That's a printed piece, look. I don't really know. Just some eyebrows, by the looks of it. Just some eyebrows. No eyes. Just the brows. So that's interesting. That's very interesting. I mean, to be fair, for £6.38, brand new at retail these days, you can't get what's coming out of just this first stage anymore when it comes to Lego. So, I mean, we'll take it, right? We'll take what we can get. I just, well, to be fair, I know quite how lucky I am with the amount of sets that I've managed to get on the cheap, especially out of that one Asda. If you've not noticed, I've got my Super Mario Piranha plant in the backdrop tonight. I never built this on stream. I just built it for myself, but it's a lovely set. very hard to balance, though. It's very top heavy. And if you don't balance it correctly, it just falls straight over. So, anyway, like I said, OBR bricks, Starflyer or bust. That's right. If you haven't seen the video, BR bricks, remind me, send me a message after this, and I will show you what happened, or what happened when I rode that Starflyer just before Christmas. Thank you for the super chat. It was the most terrifying experience of my life, and I love rides. And it wasn't even a giant Starflyer. But I'll tell you, I'll do it again just for your entertainment. It was terrifying. But I guess I'm stuck. I want to see you on the Rapunzel swings down the line. Yeah, but those aren't really scary. Yeah, it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun. But we've discovered there's one quite local to us that's very operational year round. So I figured I'd revisit it for your guys' entertainment. And only for your guys' entertainment, because it's certainly not for mine. It's certainly not for mine. Oh dear. But yes, we will film it next week. And that's just for financial reasons, quite frankly. But yes, we'll film it next week because it's not cheap to go and ride, and it's about a 25-minute drive away. So if we hit the goal, we will film it. I like to think I'm a man of the people, BR Bricks, and it's nice to see somebody acknowledge it. It's nice to see somebody see it. Thank you, Jess. I feel a lot more smiley these days. I do. I feel a lot more smiley because I enjoy what I do, and I enjoy talking to you guys. And, you know, this is sort of my bread and butter these days. I mean, maybe not financially, but certainly mentally. Certainly mentally. It's just, yeah. Ever since I walked away from, 5 days a week news and politics coverage, I have just been so much happier. So much happier. It's the effect of Lisa badgering him for 2+ years. Yes, Lisa, you did play a big part in that. You did. You absolutely did. And to acknowledge otherwise would be to not be telling the truth. You absolutely played a huge part in that. Jesse says, we thank you for it, Lisa. But like I said, actually doing this and, talking to you guys and doing what I enjoy is really, it's like food for the soul. I like it. Now, is it going to make, is it going to become a living? Well, maybe, hopefully, one day. But we shall see. At the end of the day, we shall see. It's certainly more beneficial for me and more rewarding in every way than news and politics. Now, does that mean that I am... I've always said to, because I don't want to I don't like to fall out with anybody. Right? And I don't want to fall out with anybody. And I don't want to seem like I'm doing anything for vindictive reasons. Because I'm not, first and foremost. But secondly, I will still do my old show 4 times a year. I've already said that. I'll do it once every 3 months. I'll do it 4 times a year. And out of a perspective of doing it for fun rather than doing it for a quote-unquote job. Oh, you're doing a tour at half price. Well, but it doesn't matter. You've picked up a tour, which is brilliant. So, congratulations, Lisa. Thumbs up, big thumbs up. Good evening, Shalini. And once again, if you haven't already, guys, please do hit that like button. I can't believe how cheap this set was. But yeah, basically, that would be why I'm smiling so much more, Jesse, is because, you know, and a lot of the times, and it's not just the streaming, but it's, you know, also the videos and stuff. I'm filming with my wife. I'm filming with my family. And I love doing that. I love doing that. I love streaming with my wife. I love streaming with my family. When it comes to the Lego side of things, me and Chrissy have a major shared interest in that. It's one of the few things that me and my wife do have a massive interest in. Good evening, Adrian Builds Magic. Hi there. Over on the vertical stream. Sorry, I only periodically look at the vertical stream. It's up there because the horizontal stream is where most of the chat is. But good evening. Hope you're well. Well, thank you, Jesse. And it's a strange one. And I'll tell you why it's a strange one, because despite the fact that I've now been out of, you know, full-time news and politics for about, I don't know, 10 months now, maybe? Something like that. I think 10 months. I'm only really just starting to feel so relaxed and happy. Go on, Adrian. Tell us what you've got coming in the mail tomorrow. So, yeah. It's a long road, and despite the fact that I know that I walked away from the old show for the right reasons and for my mental health especially, there was always a little part of me that felt like I was doing the wrong thing. Because I don't like to let down others. And the thing is, I know I wasn't doing the wrong thing. I know I wasn't. So, BR Brick says, world affairs are so draining, it's almost as if it's been engineered to overwhelm us, so we tune out. Right, well, imagine this. I was doing it 5 days a week. We were doing a live show, talking about news, politics, all of that. You've got a Lego Movie Metalbeard and Micromanager set coming tomorrow. That's something I would very much like to have, I think. I like them. I really want the Metalbeard pirate ship as well. But obviously these are old retired sets. That's brilliant, though. But yes, quite frankly, we were doing it 5 days a week. We were doing 1 hour to 2 hours live a night. And we were spending 4 to 6 hours consuming the news all day, every day. And it mentally messed me up. It really did. Because the world is a messed up place. And let's face it, misery sells when it comes especially to the mainstream media. Misery sells. And therefore, you just end up miserable. And obviously I did this sort of thing, theme parks, travel and Lego and all that first, way before I did any of that. And I wasn't happy, but I think I'm a lot happier now doing this sort of stuff. And it's like me and Lisa, we're going out to Disneyland Paris in just over 2 weeks' time. Just over 2 weeks' time. 2 weeks and 2 days, actually. And for those who like the Lego stuff, we're going to be shooting a video inside the brand new Lego store, because I believe it's open. They've certainly got stuff up and out on the outside and all of that. So we're going to show off the brand new Lego store. We'll do construction updates. We'll do plenty of it. There is Lego movie sets at Orlando Brick Co. where you get your Lego mixels. Man, I'm in the UK. So I'm in the UK, so Orlando Brick Show is a little bit out of my travel distance. I must say, but I do love Orlando. So if you live out there, wow, congratulations first and foremost. But we've also got someone over in the horizontal chat by BR Bricks who lives in the Florida Keys. So you guys are pretty local to one another. Yes, we will hold a wake for the Mark Twain. I think so. The old paddle steamer. Yeah, that is a. You've asked him if he's got a pet croc because he's in Florida. I mean, isn't it mostly gators in Florida, not crocs? We're building something here. Look, he's got a tail and everything. I mean, gators are terrifying anyway. Absolutely terrifying. What are we doing here? I remember... Wow. There was once a gator that ended the life of a small boy at Walt Disney World in Florida at one of the hotels. It wasn't too long ago, actually. Came up onto the beach of the hotel out of Bay Lake and just took him. So, I mean, it is dangerous out there. There are plenty of gators. But, yeah. See, this is what I mean, consuming the news all of the time. And the fact that the news doesn't really sell anymore if it's happy. It's like people want to be depressed, I guess. I don't know. But how often do you see like a positive story on the news anymore? You don't. It's war this and pandemic that, and I'm just done with it. I'm absolutely done with it. All right, we've nearly built this thing, wherever this thing is. Nearly built it anyway. You saw a 13-footer at work one day. You was not a happy camper. Well, if I saw a 13-foot gator, I would well, being a disabled man, I'd probably get eaten. I'm not gonna lie. I'd probably just get eaten. But I'd certainly try to get out of there. Hey, Adrian. So when it comes to the Lego Movie franchise, you're not going to get another Lego Movie with like Chris Pratt and Emmett and all of that, because they were made by Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers no longer own the rights to Lego movies and Lego films. It's now they've gone over to Universal. So Universal now own the rights to make Lego movies. And I know they're making a bunch of new movies. They're not going to be set in that same world that the other ones that have been released are. So I don't know what road Universal are going to go down, but because it's a completely new movie studio, it's going to have to be by design an entirely new franchise, because they simply don't have the rights to continue that series. But I agree with Emma Watts, by the way. Florida is indeed a wonderful place to go. Absolutely it is. Sorry, Adrian, if you wish to get involved in the main chat, if you go directly to our channel, you'll see this stream up twice. And there's one horizontal, there's one vertical. They're running on the same channel at the same time. And the main chat, who I'm talking to back and forth, which is down on this screen, is the horizontal stream, and you're on the vertical one. So just an option there if you want to jump over. But yes, Florida is it's a wonderful place to go. Now, you're not going to see many wild gators. Good evening, Julie, by the way. You're not going to see many wild gators. I mean, where BR Bricks lives, now that's a different story. Because he's down in the Keys. And you are going to see a bunch of wild gators down in the Keys. In fact, you can go on sort of like gator airboat tours around the Keys. So, that's fun. Shalini's going, that doesn't sound like my idea of fun. That was a terrible Irish accent. I will one day learn how to do an Irish accent. I'll learn it one day. But that day is not today. You'd want to fuss the Gators, and I'm sure they'd want to... You'd go fussing over him, Jesse. You go, oh, look at that lovely Gator. And then it would go, oh, look, a snack. It would just look at you and go, a snack. A lovely little snack. They regularly cross the street by you, do they, Mr. Bricks? I'm not going to lie, that's pretty terrifying. That's pretty damn terrifying. It's certainly not my idea of fun. Put it that way. Shalini, I'm going to say this as nicely as possible, right? It would look at Jesse and think, oh, a snack. It'd look at you and it would think, oh, look, an hors d'oeuvre. You'd be more like an hors d'oeuvre to the Gator. It'd look at me and be like, oh, look, there's the main course. You'd rather go to the place that has capybaras roaming around, would you? I tell you what, I say we. Dexter has spent a bunch of his saved up birthday and Christmas money. Yes, Coaster Journey. Not just Lego, but a Lego Mario Bowser set, which was down from 25 quid to £6.38 in Asda today. And indeed, not long till Hyperion and a new vlog. That will be coming in, on Sunday. We'll be shooting that. This is the problem of owning snakes and other reptiles. You just see gators as a challenge. Well, they would certainly see you as a snack and not a challenge. They would not see you as a very challenging snack. Oh, yeah, they do, yeah. Yeah, capybaras, they're lovely as well. But anyway, my point, what I was saying is, so our Dexter has spent a bunch of his Christmas and birthday money today, and a new guinea pig cage has arrived. That's right, a guinea pig cage has arrived because we are collecting, once again, paid for with his money, 2 guinea pigs tomorrow. So, yay, the zoo continues to grow. Can you hear my excitement? Can you hear my absolute joy and elation? I don't know if you just heard Dexter in the background, but his little voice just piped up and went, guinea pigs! It's because his fish died. And, Oreo, our kitten today. She's not really a kitten. She's like 15, 16 months old now. But once again, I found her in the hallway with a mouse. I found her in the hallway with a mouse. So, I wonder how she's going to be with guinea pigs, put it that way. I'm not so sure this is going to go too well. But I have explained this one to Chrissy already, and she says, nah, it'd be fine. It'd be fine. Oh, shit. That went flying. Ah! Got my shoulder. Oh. That was not painless. I'm not going to lie. It was not painless. But yes, up on the vertical chat. So, yeah, they don't own the rights to Lego movies anymore. So there will be a new one. But that is actually pretty scary. That's Bowser's face, isn't it? Yeah, she is a mouse catcher. She's very much a mouse catcher. That is Bowser's face, isn't it? At least the pieces are printed. Remember, guys, £6.38. £6.38. And they're not stickers. And there's not a sticker sheet here. But obviously this isn't the Mighty Bowser. That's a really big set. And over £200. And I can't afford that. And it's a sore subject. Because that's the one time I got scammed. So like I said, sore subject. Oh look, Bowser's little horns. He's getting horns now. Yeah, I didn't like getting scammed. That wasn't very nice. Your cat ate the hamsters. Oh, jeez. Yep, 75% off. And like I said earlier, they had some Marvel sets down to £2.32, down from 40 quid. Which would have been insane, but they were all gone. They were all taken by one person. It will be on eBay. I repeat, it will be on eBay. So anyway, if you haven't already, please do hit that like button. Come say hi, subscribe to the channel, and whether or not you're watching on vertical or horizontal, we are always here. No, I got it. I got this in Asda. Asda today, Mr. Coaster Journey. I keep getting really discounted sets in my local Asda. So obviously, I'm quite happy with that. But a lot of the time, the sets that are in there are just crap, you know? But sometimes, like this, there are some real gems. Some real gems. And got big red eyebrows now. Starting to look a bit more like Bowser. Oh my god! That's terrible, Julie. Well, actually, I mean, to be fair, considering who the owner was, that's... I'm not that sad. I'm not going to lie, I'm not that sad. And if that makes me mean, so be it. But considering who the owner was, I'm not that sad. So... yeah. Kind of sorry, but also kind of not. Look at these teeth. They are teeth. Well, no, I can't imagine you were, Julie, somehow. Oh, Papa Bear here with me, as in, I wouldn't be sad either. Okay, this is actually starting to look pretty good. It's starting to look pretty good. Ah, we're going to ruin it with some circular things now. But it is going to lock them together. Remember, guys, we have a Super Chat goal tonight of 5 Super Chats of any denomination. BR Bricks has kicked us off. This is over in the horizontal chat, by the way. And if we reach that goal, then you will get a Starflyer Part 2 video. That's right. A Starflyer Part 2 video. If we can hit the 5 Super Chats tonight, I will go and ride another Starflyer on camera for your entertainment. And I know that many of you have seen the first Starflyer video. The one that was shot on or around Christmas in Reading. And I know that you would like to see another one. So that is how you get there. Because I vowed never to ride one again. But I've decided to be, as BR Bricks called me earlier, a man of the people. And, you know, for that bit of support, I will give you what you want. Me, terrified, on camera. This is still looking really good. You know, for a small build. It's really cool. Oh, they weren't eyebrows. I mean, they're clearly eyebrows. Right? They're clearly eyebrows. But apparently not eyebrows. A nose. But clearly bloody eyebrows. Exactly. A man of the people. An international man of the people. Mr. BR Bricks. Because let's face it. You're over there in Florida. We got Amy that comes along often. She's in Kentucky. Is that right? I think it's right. I think that's attached correctly. It's just the proportions are a bit shit, aren't they? Just a little bit shit, but why am I turning it round? Yeah, that is right. I'm going to put him here for a minute. I'm leaning back a little bit on his tail so you can see him. So you can still see him. How about the 80-meter drop tower in Ealing? I mean, to be fair, that could be a video in itself, Mr. Coaster Journey. If we go to Ealing, we'll see what Thorpe Park is like. We'll see what Thorpe Park is like, and worst case scenario, we'll go and use my car to exempt the ULEZ, and we will go to Ealing. But we're certainly going to see what Thorpe Park is like, because we have tickets. And I really want to ride some thrill coasters, and I really don't want to spend loads of money doing it. Whereas if we go to the fair in Ealing, it's going to cost a fortune. Because A, it's a fun fair, and B, it's central London. So we have to remember that. For when we make our decisions about what we're going to do. Mr. Journey says there's also a Zero star shape there and a spinning mouse coaster. Yeah, but those things are kind of fine for me. Like, they're kind of fine. It's Star Flyers that I have the issue with, as anybody who watches the channel regularly will know, because there is a video of me on the Star Flyer, absolutely terrified. I mean, if we don't hit that goal tonight, then we can just try again another night. But if you guys want more of me screaming, squealing, and being in absolute terror, man of the people will provide. Apparently 4 of these going on as well. Going on like that. That's very pretty, actually. Very pretty. So yes, I will sacrifice. And Chrissy says that we'll do a multi-angle video as well. So, because she said she's not riding it. But she'll happily film from the bottom whilst I'm filming up top. So there'll be 2 layers of commentary as well. Be a good video. It would be a good video. But BR Bricks has now done 2 of those super chats. Starflyer or bust. So we're now 2 out of 5. Oh my god, is it? I just realised this is his shell. That actually looks really bloody good. We can do the world's tallest in Hyde Park in winter, or one at the World's Fair of the Big Ben one opens sooner. Well, where's the words? The fairs of the big... What? At one of the fairs of the Big Ben one opens sooner. You need to read that back, Mr. Coaster Journey, because that sentence be making no sense. None whatsoever. See, this is a little barcode for that creepy Lego Mario. I have it downstairs somewhere. I was thinking about going and getting it. I do have it, but it is just terrifying. It's a terrifying thing. It really is. It goes, Lego Mario time! So there's 250 pieces total, I think, in the set. But I agree with you. This is pretty nicely done. Sorry, there's a UK one opening that's huge too. Okay, but where? A UK one that's opening that's huge. Yeah, no, this is pretty well done. For something, you know, there's 250 pieces total in the set, including the car. So, that's not terrible. Oh, now we're building his hands. But yeah, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool indeed. Now, do I, remember, if you average it out, most licensed Lego sets, so, you know, they've got a Mario license or a Star Wars license or a Disney license or something like that. Most licensed sets average around 10 pence in the UK per part. So, if it's 250 pieces, it usually averages around £25 in purchase price. That's how it generally works. But once again, £6.38, baby. £6.38. I just couldn't say no. I couldn't say no. Creepy Lego. It's just Bowser. Oh yeah, Super Mario's Lego. Yeah, creepy as hell. It's like a digital thing. It's got like eyes that animate and a little chess screen, and it goes like Lego Mario time, and you scan things, and it's like chess. Looks like it's, you know, doing fire or water or something like that. It's a creepy, uncanny valley thing. I agree. Will look great next to the Piranha Plant. And have you seen the buildable Mario himself, which is coming out, I believe, in mid-May? It may be something that I get Chrissy whilst I'm at Disney. I'm not sure yet. It all depends on how much I have to spend towards an annual pass for Disneyland Paris. Because I'm hoping to just be able to drop down €150 and then pay monthly. That's the hope. That's the plan. But sometimes things don't go to plan, do they? I'm so confused. Right? I've got to turn that over. That's why I'm a little bit confused. Okay. Then we're going to shove this in here. Yeah, the buildable Mario in his Mario Kart looks absolutely outstanding, actually. Mr. BR Bricks. Looks absolutely outstanding. So, like I said, hopefully, let's not build things in the wrong way round, shall we? Let's get it right the first time. Well, hopefully, I'll be able to pick that up when we're at Disney. But then again, last time we were at Disney in October, they had the Fortnite Battle Bus on the shelf one night. Me and Lisa went back to buy it the next night, and it was gone. And not only was it gone, I then couldn't get it again till mid-December. It seemed to have sold out absolutely everywhere, and you just couldn't get your hands on them for months. It was so annoying. But then again, out. Get on there, you, and don't fall off. See? There we go. There we go. Oh yeah, that Lego bloody Mario, I'm telling you, Shalini, it's bloody terrifying. It really is. The universe did mock me. You're correct, Lisa. It did. And it was so annoying because I really, really wanted to pick up that battle bus. I mean, we did get the Bright Bomber Brickhead, which is up there and built. But that was never a purchasable set. It was a freebie. That's his first arm. It's starting to look pretty good, to be fair. It is starting to look pretty damn good. And then we've got to build his second arm. And then I believe the next two bags will just be his car. So, yeah. We're going to get on doing that very, very soon. But yeah, the universe was not my friend on that day. So if we get there and we pop in the Lego store and they have the buildable Mario in, and that's the one that Chrissy wants, I'm just going to buy it. I'm just going to buy it, and then I'm going to rock back to the hotel on the mobility scooter and put it in there. Because knowing my luck, the exact same thing will happen. We'll go back the next day to pick it up, and it'll be gone. It'll be like, and it's gone. Oh, great. And it's gone. So, yeah. I'm just going to buy it. Same as if we go in the ocean and there's vanilla Coke. You know. I'm just going to buy it. Because the same thing happens, doesn't it? We go in there and sometimes it's like, oh, there's plenty on the shelf. I'll just get one pack. And then we go back next day and it's gone. And you go, oh, balls. It's gone now. So, yeah. Because I don't know if you noticed, if you're not watching in the UK, so if you're in the United States, like BR Bricks is, Coca-Cola with vanilla is only sold in the Coke Zero variety here in the UK. It used to be sold in full sugar, but they don't sell it in full sugar anymore in the UK. So the only place that we can get it is when we go to France. Or if we go to one of them really expensive American import shops. And then they charge you like £3-4 a can. Sometimes we go to Home Bargains, which is like a discount shop, and they just have crates of the stuff shipped in from the United States. That's Bowser dumb. So yeah, they have crates of the stuff shipped in from the United States, and they sell them for £1 a can, which is, you know, roughly $1.20 or something like that. That's completely fine. I'm fine with that. But yeah, so that was stage one. That is the mighty mini Bowser. I can't quite call him the mighty Bowser because he's like the mighty. I can't believe we're nearly an hour into this stream when we've only done the first stage. But you know what? That's good. Because I guarantee you it's going to be much quicker to put this car together than it was to put Bowser. Yes, Lisa is an absolute fiend for Fanta grape, aren't you? You say you love grape soda, but especially Fanta grape. And I am going to do this whole build in one sitting, by the way. Because it was £6.38. It was £6.38. It's definitely not a stretch it out over 2 streams kind of build. It's only 250 pieces. But yes, Fanta grape, and once again, Fanta orange for you, is it, BR Bricks? And I mean, it's probably the same for most Fanta drinkers, to be fair. I mean, I certainly quite enjoy Fanta grape. It's not my favourite. Orange isn't either. It used to be Fanta Fruit Twist that we have in the UK. Now it's well, I don't really like Fanta anymore. I don't really like many fizzy drinks here in the UK. I really only drink Coca-Cola and Red Bull these days because they're the only 2 drinks that still have a full sugar variant. I mean, even Pepsi, the blue full sugar one, is not full sugar here in the UK anymore because we had this pesky thing coming a few years ago called the sugar tax. Okay, and it's specifically related to drinks. And if fizzy drinks have only sugar in as their sweetener, they're taxed through the arse by the government. So the way that they're more expensive as well. But the way that the fizzy drinks companies got around it was to start just, without telling anybody, I might add, now making them with sugar and sweeteners. So they've removed half of the sugars and then replaced them with artificial sweeteners. So there's no, like Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, Fanta, 7-Up, Sprite. There's no full sugar variants of these drinks in the United Kingdom anymore. The only 2 that have continued to have a full sugar variant are Red Coca-Cola, original Coca-Cola, and original Red Bull. That is it. And I rarely, you know, and this is why I struggle to lose weight, because I'm not fat because of food, folks. I barely eat. I'm fat because of liquid calories, because I'm so damn addicted to full sugar Coca-Cola and full sugar Red Bull. Though I must admit, I've not really been drinking full sugar Coca-Cola at all lately. I've had the occasional one, but that's it. And I'm coming back off the Red Bull tomorrow. Me and Chrissy have made a bit of a dealio, an agreement when it comes to certain things that we have been being naughty on our weight loss journeys about. And we're kicking them tomorrow. Both of us. Together. But that's going to be like... The car's not going to be very big, folks. It really isn't. Well, you know, we're all overweight for our own reasons, Lisa. And I mean, to be fair, you know, you've stuck with your what you're doing. I haven't. I put on 4 pounds again. And then I've taken that back off now. So I'm quite happy about that. But yes, it is crazy. It's absolutely insane that we have a sugar tax, but we do. We have a sugar tax here in the United Kingdom. And so the way that these companies responded was to remove the sugar from the drinks, or at least a vast amount of it, without even telling the customer base that it was a new formula. So it all tastes like crap. Fanta here in the UK, like I say, full sugar, quote unquote. It's not full sugar. 7-Up, Sprite, all of that, exactly the same. And so, yeah, I'm not really a Fanta drinker anymore. So when things like the US versions come into places like our Home Bargains, I can see why Lisa especially really likes the grape one, because it's nice, it's sweet, and it's loaded with high fructose corn syrup. And let's face it, high fructose corn syrup tastes fantastic in fizzy drinks. You just can't get round it. Oh my God, another super chat from BR Bricks. $1.99. Abolish the sugar tax. We are now only 2 super chats away from forcing me onto a Starflyer next week. Just 2 away. And remember though, if you also want extra content, you can become a member from just 99 pence a month. But thank you, BR Bricks, for pushing us 60% of the way towards our super chat goal tonight. It's very appreciative. But yes, the sugar tax is insane, because all it does is punish people who, you know, have not, like me, who have not a lot of money in this world. You've got to work out what things to ask my tour to bring in June that isn't just Jolly Ranchers. Dr. Pepper with vanilla. Or cream soda Dr. Pepper. Cream soda Dr. Pepper is absolutely Moorish. Ask them to bring that. So, you know, BR Bricks, if you ever find yourself over this way in the sunny, not so sunny United Kingdom, Midnight Milky Ways, please. Because they are just the best piece of candy ever created. And we don't sell them in the UK. But they are the nicest piece of candy ever created. And yes. Your tour is in London, so you can just bring a large bag. What you could do, just bring a roll along suitcase and just call that your large bag. But yeah. Get out of your head. Those are one of your top three. No, Midnight Milky Ways. My God, ever since I was a child, because we used to come over to Florida a lot when I was a child. I haven't been for over 15 years, but they were always my favorite. Midnight Milky Ways. Oh. And then our excuse for what we call a Milky Way in the United Kingdom. So basically, let me explain this to Julie. What they have in America as a Milky Way, it's not what we have. It's not what we have. Think about a Mars bar, but instead of the main sort of nuggety filling that we have in our Mars bars, there's that Milky Way type filling instead, with the caramel across the top and then sealed in. And then Midnight is an American dark chocolate wrapped around it. And it is just heaven. It is divine. I'm not really a sweet eater. I don't really eat sweets. But my God, if I had unlimited, unfettered access to that. Wow. Dreadeye for £5 says, we're not paying the laundry bill. Thank you for the 5, but okay. But yes. And yes, the Oreo flavors you can get in the USA. I'd really love to try the Coca-Cola one. But yes, and we are now just one super chat away from forcing me onto the Starflyer, by the way. And I'm actually kind of worried we're going to get there now. I must admit, I'm worried. What on earth? I'm very confused right now. Why am I so confused? I've done everything right. Vaughn says, get your crippled ass on that ride, fat boy. Oh, thank you. Thank you for achieving the goal. And forcing me onto the Starflyer. Ah, fair enough. But the video will happen now. It's going to happen. We will film it next week. And it will be a multi-cam, multi-angle video shot by both me and Chrissy. And I think you'll love it. I'm not sure I will, but I think you guys will love it. And this is the sort of thing we're going to be doing for our Super Chat goals going forward. Putting me or Chrissy in situations we don't want to be in. Just... I think that's more fun. Vaughn woke up and chose violence. Yeah, but, you know, it's Vaughn, so we're used to it. No, not Coke Orange. I said Oreo Coke. So, we have, in the United Kingdom, we have an Oreo-flavoured Coke Zero. But in America, they have Coca-Cola flavoured Oreos. So you can get Oreos that half of the biscuit is red. You know what? Once we finish this set, we'll take a look at some of this stuff. And if we can get our hands on some of it, we'll make a video. Because me and Chrissy did a video once on the channel where we tried loads of American sweets. Yes, we all love Vaughn, and he's also a real great asset to our Fortnite team as well. Real great asset. I mean, I will be playing tonight, but we're not going to be streaming tonight because I want to give some of the team a bit of a break so that they can swear, quite frankly, well, a lot more than they did without being threatened with the swear jar. You love runts, do you? What? Okay, Dreadeye. I understand. I understand. Oh, man. We'll film it next Tuesday, so a week today. Yeah, it was John, wasn't it, BR Bricks? It was. It was John. Shalene says, Vaughn's been excellent today. Balcony has been jet washed along with the windows. Yeah, I also saw a video. I won't elaborate on this. I won't elaborate on what I saw yesterday. But I saw a video of Vaughan getting a haircut yesterday. And I'll leave you to ponder your own imagination about what that might entail. But I certainly saw a video of Vaughan getting a haircut. And it was certainly interesting. But yes. Jamie was gaming with Adam last night, was he? That's fair enough. If you told me, I would have created a new lobby. Brought Vaughan over there. And Dread. Nah, I couldn't be that mean. I couldn't be that trolling and mean last night because, you know, it was John's 147th birthday. So we had to cut the old guy a little bit of a break. Little bit. Not too much. Julie, Vaughan has had a haircut. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, if he would like to elaborate on that, that's entirely up to him. But I can just tell you that a haircut has happened. Yeah, and he was also pretty. He wasn't just seasoned in the sense that he's that old, BR Bricks. He was also seasoned in the sense that he'd had a fair amount to drink as well. A fair amount to drink before he even came on. I'm afraid he's not sent on the balcony because he piddles in the house. He's sent on the balcony because that's his place. Like he said, he's pretty oppressed. And I've seen it. I've seen it in real life. I'm joking. Putting that in there. Just sort of going in there. Just going to sit there. Not actually attached to anything. Just going to sit there. Planned hair maintenance, was it? Not a haircut. Well, like I said, if you want to elaborate on what I saw and what I have inadvertently received a video copy of, which automatically saved in my phone for no reason at all, because WhatsApp is weird. If you would like to elaborate on that, you feel free. But I will just say, all I saw was a haircut. And he says he engineered his hair. Lisa says she's so tempted to get her haircut again. I'm actually tempted to get my haircut again. Because it's getting to the point where it might cover the camera on my glasses. So, and we don't want that. Tiana says, hey guys, sorry I'm late. I had a bit to do. Went to Asda, etc. But that's where I got this from today, Tiana, was Asda. £6.38. £6.38. Down from 25. But now that you're here, if you've not already hit the like button, please do. And if you've not already subscribed, please do. Because we appreciate you. Muchly. And Lisa says, I want a fade put in the sides and back. I keep threatening Chrissy that I'm going to get a full-blown mohawk shaved in. She doesn't like that idea. She doesn't like that idea at all. You know, we've only been married for 12 years. She knows I do this sort of thing. It's, you know, I've told her repeatedly. You knew what you signed up for. I told her. I said, you know, some of the things I do are not, they shouldn't be surprising. I said, how can they be at this point? How? But she's insistent. Oh dear, hold on a sec. My mixing desk fell over. I've sorted that. But yeah, she's insistent that she doesn't. You're about £4 away from your pre-2020 weight. Well done. BR Brick says, Ben, I went bald one year. It was awesome yet disconcerting at the same time. Fair enough. Yes. And look at that over there in the horizontal chat. We got a lovely loving going on there. Okay. What am I doing here? I'm taking those pieces that I had to take out and putting them here. Yeah. My God. This might actually be a 2-night stream. Or should I just push on and pile on through? What do you guys think? Because I'm nearly done with this stage. And then I probably can just power on through the others. But yes, how was college today, Tiana? That's a good question. College? She's a... College or school or... Education. How was education today, Tiana? Because I don't know. BR Brick says, everyone from work donated our hair for weeks for cancer patients awareness and the whole staff was bald for about 8 to 10 months. Now, that's pretty damn selfless of y'all. That's pretty damn cool. Vaughan says, if you get a mohawk, I shall forever refer to you as Chad Hawk, the Bush Warrior. Oh my. Oh, Lisa just gifted out 1 membership to someone called Quincy Barber, who has received a gift membership by Lisa. Because you can also gift memberships to one another as well. But in order to receive a gifted membership, you do have to have your account turned on to be able to receive them. I don't know how to do that. Let me just tell you straight. But yes, it is really nice. It's really selfless of you all. So, awesome. Oh my God. See, I'm so busy talking to you lot that I've built this all completely the wrong way around. You know what? Best way to sort that out is to just done it all the wrong way round. But I can sort this. I can sort this. But yeah, that's what happened. Talking to you lot. Built this all the wrong way around. Bow, you bastard! Oh. Nope. This will not defeat me. It will not defeat me. Do you remember Shia LaBeouf, the actor, when he went all nuts and started doing like an art installation over Donald Trump called like "He Will Not Divide Us"? You have 3 courgettes to plant in the veg bed. You'll be back. Fair enough. Yeah, August in Florida is a hot and sweaty nightmare. I can confirm. That is absolutely true. Hi there, Dexter. Hi there, Dexter. Love you, Dexter. See? I've sorted it. I've nearly sorted it. You need to put your herbs to root. No, and it is a humid mess over there. Sort of August. September's usually the humidity breaks September time. late September. And then the best time to go over is Christmas. It's Christmas. December time, because then it's not so humid. You bastard. Right. Let's put this in the right way around, shall we? I'm going to have to take that out. Jesus Christ. See? There we go. That's now in the right way around. There we go. I'm Angelini. If you're dry and normal and step outside, you immediately get this feeling of moisture and heat on any exposed skin. And the thing is, like, when you step off the plane and you're flying from the UK to Florida, and you've got an air-conditioned, pressurized flight, and then you arrive and you step off the plane, the second you enter the gangway, and I mean the second you enter the gangway from the plane, you just get absolutely hit with a wall of humidity. You're waiting for your remortgage to go through, then you're going to try and persuade James you need a holiday. I think this is a good idea, Lisa. I do. I think this is a good idea. Nope, just nope. Fair enough. I mean, it is certainly, it's strange. Tiana says she got that from the UK and Turkey, and Shalini says, oh God, yeah, no thanks. Well, I'm just being honest with you. You're okay with Phoenix, but it was so dry. Yeah, well, Phoenix, Arizona is dry. It's ridiculously dry. Isn't Arizona correct me if I'm wrong, somebody, but is Arizona not the driest state in the United States? So humidity is not really going to be an issue because it is so damn dry. Do you think we'll get this done by 10? We've got 4 stages. This is number 3. And Chrissy has just appeared in the room. She just said, no, I haven't. But she has. She has appeared. We have had 5 super chats, which forces me next week for us to go to Hastings and film the Starflyer. Yeah, film me going on it. I've also promised 2 camera angles, one of you filming from the bottom and me from the top. But they've done it. They've reached the goal. BR Brick sent 3 of them. And then Dread sent one, which said, we're not paying for the laundry bill. I know, right? And then Lisa, thank you, Lisa, has gifted out a membership as well. And remember, if anybody else wants to gift out memberships, they always can. No, it went to somebody called Quincy. I've no idea who Quincy is. Quincy doesn't generally watch the shows, but it went to Quincy. You need a place that's autumn weather all year round, do you, Jesse? Tiana says, I hate the plane for one reason that isn't to do with actual flying. I love flying. I love takeoff. I love the landing. I love everything about flying. And I'm weird. I love turbulence. I have like an absolute giddy smile on my face during turbulence. Tiana, we have reached the goal. So if you see, we've reached our super chat goal. So we have to go to the Starflyer in Hastings and film. Hold on a minute. I'm going to mute the mic. Florence is just to my right on the treadmill. Ben, how many super chats to get you to jump, to get me to do a bungee jump? Well, enough super chats to afford the bungee jump. Yeah. Yeah. So, Chrissy tried to sign me up to a charity skydive last year, but they wouldn't let me because I'm too crippled. So that was not possible. But yes, if you would like me to do a bungee jump, then it must be enough to cover the bungee jump, at the very least. How many super chats to hold a tarantula? 20 grand. Just a straight 20 grand. And I will hold a tarantula for 35 seconds. So, them's my terms. You can't dive either. I mean, it sucks. I'd love to do it. I'd absolutely love to be chucked out of a plane. Yeah, spiders terrify me. You might do that for free, Lisa, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it for free. I'm terrified of spiders. And he said that he asked, and that's what it would take. I've got to do 4 of these. I thought I had to do 2 of them. Bloody hell. But yes. Tarantulas ain't scary to you, Jesse. To you. Okay, we all have different fears. We all have different desires. We all have different wants and needs. You have to be seizure-free for 3 years. Fair enough. BR Brick says, oh no, Shalini, we have lots of those too, and snakes and bugs the size of quarters. But hey, great golf. Yeah. Why can't I do a skydive? What they worried about? You might be crippled. Very good question, Vaughn. Because I raised this exact point. I'm already screwed, and I'll be strapped to somebody else. So it's not like I'm doing it myself, is it? Tiana says, my ears on planes effing hurts, especially when my ears are shit. To be fair, I'm going to Amsterdam, which is a 35-minute flight, so it shouldn't do any damage on my ears. Yeah, no, the ears popping thing is very annoying. And if you also agree with that, hit the like button. Hi, Alexandria, up there on the vertical chat. I've just seen you properly. There you are. How are you doing this evening? Also, have you all seen my piranha plant? As it's Lego Mario. Just thought I'd put that in the background as a little bit of an Easter egg, if you will. I do like my I don't know why I never built that one on stream. Actually, I don't think we were streaming sets at that time. Like, I don't think we'd started doing that as a thing when I built it. I'm not terribly sure. What? Yep. I missed a 2x. I did. Vaughn can go to Florida alone. I'll go with him. I'll go with Vaughn to Florida. If he wants to go to Florida. If he wants to go to Super Mario World and all that, I'll go with him. Tell you what, people actually really liked Vaughn as part of the Legoland video. Very entertaining. Very entertaining. You've built both, have you, Alexandria? Well, we got this one today from our local Asda, which is a supermarket, reduced from £25 to £6.38. So we thought, why not? 75% discount and all that good stuff. The Orlando area, all the theme parks are, you won't see much of that. It's pretty manicured. Yeah, no, you don't see much of that in the Orlando area, to be fair. You don't. I think I'm not sure, but I think Mr. Vaughn might have got a little bit of a taste for what we do here when we went to Legoland. I hope so anyway, because like I said, that's it. Me and Chad Hawk gonna go Florida. Oh yeah, he said that if I shave in a mohawk, he'll call me Chad Hawk the Bush Warrior for the rest of time. What do you think to that? She's ignoring us now. She's just eating at her. I said, Vaughn said if I get a mohawk shaved in, he'll call me Chad Hawk the Bush Warrior for the rest of time. Yeah, Vaughn was a champ in that video, and you know, it was really good fun. Actually, it was a really good fun day, and it was also a pleasure to be able to reintroduce somebody to theme parks. A real pleasure, actually. Who hasn't done it in ages? Is Chrissy feeling any better? She says yes. She's nodding her head over there. So, yes, she is. 6 snakes. You've got 6 snakes, Jessie. Why? Why do you have 6 snakes? What is wrong with you, girl? Like, genuinely, no. Just no. Why? Why on earth would you have six snakes? Like, 1, I can kind of understand. Maybe 2. But why would you have 6? You found a miracle worker with anxiety rise that works. You have, haven't you? I know what you do. But yes, Jessie, that's terrifying. I'm not gonna lie. BR Brick says, I don't know how to say this, Jessie, but you're under arrest. There we go. We're getting somewhere now. We're getting somewhere. We've got to do this twice. Okay. See, I'm doing a Chrissy now and actually looking out for the 2 X's. Because this is the same thing that hammers her. She's like, oh, I didn't know it was 2X, damn it. So yeah, doing that. Vaughn's on the balcony tonight, is he? He said, BR Bricks, you get the coke and me and Hawk bring the hookers. Florida gonna be lit. No crap. Where on earth would you find hookers, Vaughn? Where would you find them? The Coca-Cola, that is, of course. People, the Coca-Cola. We're not savages here. You're not supposed to say that, BR Bricks. You're supposed to say, nope. Not around here. Not around here at all. And Shalini can breathe a sigh of relief and be like, oh, okay. You used to have a lot more. You missed the Burmese python the most. Why did you used to have more than 6 snakes? What is wrong with you? Like, Jessie, you know, we love you over here. We do. But what is wrong with you? Yeah, those things, they can kill you. The science, exactly. We could pray to the science. The science. Well, we have a zoo, and tomorrow we will have at least 2 guinea pigs, which will further increase the zoo. They're basically mini capybaras, so. Shalini, you know where we live, and you're always welcome. Alexandria said, if you offered me the Lego Titanic and all I had to do is hold a water bug, I would tell you where to shove that Titanic. I like Alexandria. I do. Well, like I said, if they want me to do, you know, certain things like hold a tarantula, 20 grand. And I don't think that's unreasonable. I really don't. Yeah. Well, is it Jesse's house or is it the snakes? Is Jessie just a guest in her own house? Tiana says, call one of your snakes Nagini. I wouldn't be shocked, actually, if Jessie hadn't already done that, to be fair. That wouldn't shock me at all. You were going to get your dangerous animal license, were you? The only reason that I would want one of those, and I have very much considered this in the past, Chrissy will tell you, is to get a bobcat. I have considered getting a bobcat. But then everything that goes with the damn thing kind of makes you think, yeah, I kind of don't want a bobcat. Because you can't just let it free roam in your house. It has to have like a permanent enclosure built in your garden. No, we're not talking about guinea pigs, Dexter. Oh, I agree, Shalini. I agree. The snakes are a terrible choice. Monsieur Nagini would be a great name for a snake. Yeah, it would, yeah. Chrissy is like, no. Actually, Chrissy was quite open to the idea of a bobcat for a while. But then and she just said over there, that's because Chrissy says yes to all animals. But she was quite open to the idea of a bobcat for a while. And the only reason that we didn't go forward with it, she says animals are better than people. But the only reason we didn't go forward with it would have been because the immense, and I mean the immense cost that's involved. It was a lot of money, and we couldn't afford it. Quite frankly, not just you've got to get an enclosure built that can hold the damn thing. You've got to feed it whatever it needs to be fed, and it's not going to be fed bloody whiskers, is it? Let's face it. You've got to just take care of it far more than you would have to take care of a regular house cat, of which we have 4 already. But I would consider it if we had the money and we had the time available to look after it. And right now, just those things are not possible. Jesse says, Shalini, in 15 years, I've been bitten twice. One being a corn snake, the other was Medusa, a boa. She mistook me for a rat during feeding. I mean, what, did you have like leprosy or something? Your skin turned grey. BR Bricks says, so funny story, Florida has been overwhelmed with large iguanas. Came here in shipping containers, supposedly. Anyway, they grow massive here because there's no natural predators yet. Lisa has 2 cats. They are mostly normal. Vaughn says, tell Dex in Ecuador, guinea pig is considered one of your 5 a day. Oh, dear. You could just go out there and grab one off the street, but good luck getting it back through customs. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, Oreo had got herself another mouse earlier on, so and now we don't know where that mouse carcass is, by the way. She had it, and then she ran off with it, and we can't find it, which means it's probably in one of the kids' beds or something. No, it's not in one of the kids' beds. But we checked all of that. So we're hoping she just took it out the back, to be fair. Because she did go out the back. Because she definitely didn't get it as a present. You know how cats like to get those sorts of things as presents? She didn't do that. She did it for sport. 100% for sport. Which I have mixed feelings about. I do. I have mixed feelings about that. Because obviously, it's a cat's natural instinct. But in the same breath, stop bringing them in my bloody house. Just stop bringing them in my bloody house, cat. If you're going to do that outside and keep them outside. Is that too much to ask? Perhaps. Perhaps not. I just don't know. Tiana says, Ben, can you please help me get over my fear of rides at some point? I'm going to Alton Towers and a park with decent rides in the Netherlands and kind of need help. Well, it's like we can only give you the advice, right? And the advice is that you've got to do it in your own time, but in the same breath, you don't want to end up regretting not doing it. So if you feel a rush of confidence at any point, then just go for it. Trooper Arts Man, hello there, buddy. How are you doing? This is building up. BR Bricks, seriously? Oh, you would do hard stop on those, by the way, but yeah, the iguanas are everywhere here, literally falling out the trees. My word. I think Chrissy might be even happy about that, because she was looking at bearded dragons earlier on, weren't you, Chrissy? It was looking around like a little meerkat. Oh, right. So you weren't looking at it thinking, I want that. You weren't? Oh, you were just showing Dexter, who wants just as many animals as you do. Dexter, where did he see this rat? They're selling rats in Pets at Home. It's not a pet. It's a pest. I'm sorry, guys. Yes, we should be, Tiana. Right, guys. Final stage. Stage 4. I see wheels. You know, when you get into the end of a Lego build that's a car, when you see the tyres, you go, whew, we're getting there. I'll tell you what, for £6.38, whew, I'm so happy with this. So, if anybody would like to play Fortnite with us after this, we're probably going to start playing about 9:45, I would say. Something like that for a few rounds. I'd be more than happy for people to come along. I really, really enjoy the thrill of the fight, shall we say, in Fortnite. Doo-doo-doo. Yes, but they're not just prone to health issues themselves, Lisa. They're prone to giving humans rabies and other very bad diseases. You have to deal with pest control as part of your job, and it's a no to rats. I agree, Shalini. I'm with you. They are not pets. They are pests. I might well be a pest, Chrissy, but they are not pets. I'm sorry. Charlotte says, maybe if I get over axes, etc., I'll be able to conquer my fear. I mean, if I'm able to do Icon with Coaster from Blackpool and Rage, you can do anything. Exactly. You got this. Domestic rats, I get that, Lisa. I do get that domestic rats are quite different, right? But it doesn't mean I have to like them. And I just don't. Your first pet was an albino mouse. Well, I will say mice are a lot cuter than rats. A lot cuter than rats. It's not even close. It's not. But, they're still... Oof. They creep me out. Especially with long tails. When they've got long tails, they really creep me out. There's what I'm looking for. Vaughan says he's had dozens of rats, lovely little things. I'm not sure I believe him. Every year there's a group of people who meet at the park with their pet rats. It's wild. They ride on their shoulders. It's nuts, says Alexandria. Those people, well, they worry me, Alexandria. They worry me greatly. I'm not going to lie. That's very, very weird. Hey, look, we just built the front grating for his car. I mean, yeah, that is weird. Okay, grey, dark grey, 1x2 sits behind here. Shalini says, rice, rats, mice, ants, cockroaches, pigeons, pest control. What fun! Not you're not getting a pet rat, Vaughn. The boss has spoken, Mr. V. Vaughn says, tickle you with their whiskers and climb up your leg and wrap their tail around your wrist. Very lovely little nibblers. Well, the boss has told you. She has spoken. You shan't be getting one. Right, okay. Just sort of going, yeah, like that. So it is. Just goes on there like that. I think what Shalini really wants is a sausage dog. I think that's what you'll find, Mr. Vaughn. She really, really wants a sausage dog. BR Bricks has just sent me a photo on WhatsApp. I can't see that until after the stream, sir. And that's because this camera here is my phone. So you can see it on the top screen here. That's my phone. So I can't read or WhatsApp until the stream is over. Where on earth is the second one of these? Oh, there isn't a second one of these. Well, yeah. Lisa says, the beard says I can have a puppy if I ask a girl out. That seems like a pretty good deal. That does. That seems like a pretty good deal to me. That seems like a no-brainer. I mean, is it a certain girl? Oh, it's the giant lizard your cat mutilated, is it? Interesting. Paul says, no, she's coming around to the idea of a great Russian bourgeois. I'm not so sure. I think that well, actually, Shalini, dogs aren't that difficult. River's just an asshole. She's not difficult. She's just an asshole. Isn't that right, babe? They're not that difficult. Well, what? Why is that so funny? What, you want me to send you River, Elisa? Or you want me to send you that picture of BR Bricks' lizard mutilation? Because I can send you either. I can send you either. If you want River, you can have her. Completely free of charge. Okay, you can. Yep. Okay, Lisa. I mean, I'm not going to bring her to Disney, but when we get back, you can have her. Babe, I've just gave the dog away. There's no response. Well, my cat's not a wild cat, and it brings things in all the time. Okay. Daddy brings things in all the time. Bourgeois are great. See, Shalini wasn't coming round to that idea. She wasn't. Well, I know it's been nice knowing me. You've never known anyone quite like me, and that's why it's so nice knowing me. It's that simple. Although, Jesse, I have really taken to heart what you said earlier about smiling more and being happier. That's got to go in there. How's that going to go in there? Oh, just like that. But it's not locked in. but it's got to be. Why on earth? Jesus Christ. BR Brick says, honestly, Shalini, he's a big boy. I would not be surprised if there was some bobcat in there somewhere. She's absolutely unhinged sometimes. Sweet as a muffin, though. Fair enough. Right. There we go. Bowser's car's getting quite a scary face on it. You have done, Tiana. Nuts, isn't it? How time flies. Especially when you're having fun. Look at that. Used to own Papillion's dogs. They're so much fun. Are they really, Alexandria? This is we're starting to get there. We've got to do something twice. Du bist einmal, zweimal, dreimal eine Dame. Now, can anybody tell me what I just sung? Does anybody know? I know. He's super sweet, but he's definitely a hunter. He brings... Tiana says, it feels like I've known everyone for a lifetime, and I'm grateful for all of you, and there's nothing to be grateful for. Honestly. We're just here having fun. Oh my God. Get on there. There we go. Best chat of everyone I watch, hands down. Oh, I like that. Thank you. And yeah, they are great. Everyone here is great. So, I mean, that's what you've got to contend with. Greatness. I mean, the greatness starts here, obviously, and then feeds into the rest of you. Yeah, and you know what? It's not just me you can send on crazy adventures. We'll get some super chats going for sending Chrissy to do things she doesn't want to do as well. And we'll make great videos out of them. Because we're lovely. Okay. Ooh. I can't ask that on YouTube. I honestly can't. It's banned. Everybody passes the vibe check, indeed. Jesse says, I'm shocked I haven't disappeared again yet. Normally by now I'd be back into hiding away, but it's so calming here. Well, like I said, I definitely took to heart what you said earlier. It's fun. And it's nice to be able to do it with my wife and come along and have you all here and chat shit with you whilst we do what we love doing. I was saying to BR Bricks earlier, me and Chrissy have been collecting Lego together for at least 10 years. You know, it's something we actually have a shared interest in. Something we love doing together. And cost a lot of money over that time, I must say. We do have some awesome sets. And don't forget, if you haven't already, please do hit that like button. Jess, I can't believe how good friends we are. And I can't believe we all share amazing interests. That's what Tiana says in the chat. Well, hopefully we make it quite easy to be part of our little community and our little chat and all of that. Yes, this is a car for Bowser. That's what this is. It's his muscle car. It's called Bowser's muscle car. And like I said, with the amount of money we've spent on it, that's insane. Lisa said she's the world's slowest builder. Well, I don't know. Have you seen Chrissy build? I'm joking. I'm joking. I actually build a lot slower than Chrissy, but then again, remember, I am doing everything, not just building. I'm running the show, keeping you guys entertained, reading the chat, all of that good stuff. And you know what? That helps me because it means I get a longer show out of it. So there's always that. Of course we support your channel. Of course we do. It's easier than typing all that. Just call me Bricks, as I've partaken in so much Lego, I think it might as well be Bricks. Fair enough, Mr. Bricks. We can call you that. What's so mean? I was joking. I love my wife. That's kind of like a little Bowser face, look. You haven't even opened the insects. We bought them in October, Lisa. October. And you haven't opened them yet. I must say, when we go in the Lego store at Disneyland, if you try and buy anything, I may discourage you. I'll be like, remember the insects. You haven't even built them yet. Jamie is patiently waiting, is he? Not just waiting, he's patiently waiting. Okay. Well, it's not long now. I promise it's not that long now. We're getting there. You love how people call you T. I just call you Tiana. And that's because I just don't do nicknames. Where's that going? To say I'm confused right now would be an understatement. Where is this supposed to go? Down there? Yeah, down there. Okay. Oh, it's like a missile, I think. Yeah. Okay, down there. I've done that. Okay. And they've got to lock them in here. That's easier said than bloody done. But it's being done. Only on the one side? Yeah, it is only on the one side. Right. Okay. Be up. Mr. Brick says, I have a bunch of Star Wars sets and minifigures and am slowly amassing a pure brick and parts collection to start building large dioramas. That sounds like a really good thing to do. Jesus Christ. Do this right, Ben. Get it right the first time. What? So you're getting it right the first time. Is always going to help. Because now, it chumps. I saw that, Alexandria. It does look pretty good, doesn't it? Oh, God. Now we've got to build little fiddly bits. Little fiddly bits. If you haven't already, please do hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and all that good stuff. Don't be shy. Come say hi in either the horizontal or the vertical. But we are nearly finished with this amazing little set. I've really enjoyed this little build. Yeah, I've effed up a few times, but we're getting there. Getting there. We're getting the little fiddly bits out of the way with. I'm not really a big fan. Bricks says, Tiana says Rogue One is incredible. Yes, it is. Brick says Rogue One is a masterclass on what a Star Wars movie should be. Yeah, I agree with that sentiment. Well, definitely what... It also shows that Disney can make a Star Wars movie. Well, Gareth Edwards can make a Star Wars movie. Because Gareth Edwards directed Rogue One. But he understood the assignment. And he made a class movie. He certainly did. But Gareth Edwards is a competent director. So that always helps. I mean, J.J. Abrams is raved about. But I don't really understand why. Because, yeah, he does the mystery box thing well. But that's not really going to translate to a galaxy far, far away. And we see that. We recognize that. I really like this little chomping feature. It's so cool. It's all right, Alexandria. Don't apologize. Don't apologize. I've got to build another two of these little fiddly bits. Oh, great. Another two of the little fiddly bits. Well, so was Rogue One, though. Shalini. So was Rogue One. Rogue One was made by Kathleen Kennedy. She was at the helm. Just like she's still at the helm of Lucasfilm right now. And yet they managed to make an amazing movie. And the Vader scene at the end it's horror. It is. It's borderline horror, and it works so well. And it shows you that Vader can actually be not just a bit of a joke, but quite a terrifying force to be reckoned with. This is starting to get there now. Because let's face it, when you actually think about Darth Vader, he's a guy in a black mask and a cape that breathes heavily. And yet, he is kind of the bad guy, but he's not that terrifying, really, is he? Oh God, more fiddly bits. The children are playing chess through your coffee table. What? Vader is hands down best movie villains of all time, and in the Star Wars universe, he's an absolute monster. But he's actually showcased as an absolute monster during Rogue One, which is something that they kind of forgot to do. But he gets that moment at the end of the movie. He gets that moment to shine. And it's terrifying. We've got to the wheels. It's also the thematics and movie magic that give Vader a lot of his menace, and it just plain works. I mean, remember, when they were filming it, they must have thought Vader was hilarious, because, let's face it, David Prowse, West Country, I believe, accent, here in the UK, not James Earl Jones, the man in the suit. So a big British guy, with none of the effects or anything. Oh, your coffee table has a 30-centimeter gap through it, does it? He's got some wheels. We're going to put on some wheel arches. Hey, look at that. On wheels now. We're definitely getting somewhere. I like... even for £25, I think this is an acceptable set. I mean, we'll get there to talking about it at the end, but for £6.38, my word. I'm very happy with this. We'll put the other wheel arches on in a minute. Oh no, we'll do these ones. I'm very happy. 6 foot tall, cranky Brit in a spacesuit was brought up a lot before James Earl Jones. Exactly. They must have, like, the staff, I say the staff, the cast must have found it very hard to take it seriously on set. They must have found it extremely hard to take the whole thing seriously. Alexandria says, Darth Vader saved his son Luke, but does that really make up for all the people he killed along the way? Probably not. I'm going to go with probably not, Alexandria. And then even so, 3 people ended up playing Darth Vader, because when they filmed the scene of him with the mask off at the end of Return of the Jedi, they did it without David Prowse's knowledge on a different soundstage because they didn't want it to be David Prowse, despite the fact he'd spent 3 movies under that mask. And he didn't even get the face reveal. They sort of stabbed him in the back. Which is a bit sucky, if you ask me. You've got to put these in the boot, do you? But, hey-ho, I guess that's Hollywood for you. It was a fellow by the name of Sebastian something. Yeah, it wasn't David Prowse. And he thought it was going to be him. He always thought it was going to be him. We're putting some Bowser bombs in the trunk or boot. Bob-ombs, I think they're called in Mario World. Gonna close them in. I think we're done. We're done. And can he fit? He can. Oh, that is for £6.38. All right, let's chuck it up to the big camera for a minute. For £6.38. This is a cool little set. And I'm very happy. I mean, I think I would have been happy with paying $25 for that. I do. I think this is one of them lower price sets that's actually worth the money. But yes, it's a very good build. It's solid. It's well designed. It's well held together. And for the size of the figure, the Bowser figure, I think the detail is actually very, very fair and very acceptable. And like Shalini said, £6, £6.38 is an absolute bargain. 75% off, yes, but thank you, Asda. Quite frankly, I really appreciate it. Because, let's just tilt the camera up a little bit. Look at this. Look at this little backdrop. All of this stuff needs shelf space. We don't know where to put any of this right now, but yeah. So, Jamie, you have permission to join my team in about 15 minutes, as do you, Vaughn. because apparently Jamie was waiting for my permission for it to be Fortnite time. But on that note, boys and girls, thank you for joining me this evening. Thank you for getting me to the super chat goal, which means, of course, I will be fulfilling that obligation next week to go on a Star Flyer and film it. Ooh. But hopefully we'll be back at some point in the week. So, good night first to the vertical stream. And of course to you lovely people on the horizontal stream. Nighty night.